Hey guys, welcome to PV Garage. Today we're going to hunt down knock sensor code that I was getting on the Rabbit. It's a P0332 in my case. There's a couple of different knock sensor related codes that'll be a very similar fix to this. So let's get under the engine, and first we'll have a look at where to find the O2 sensors on the Volkswagen 2.5 liter motor that's in the Rabbits. It's also in Jettas and Passats. Okay, so you can see I'm under the car. I've gone to the back of the motor, so away from the front bumper, and I'm just by the right-hand side axle of the car. And I'm just taking these two bolts off here. They're 16 millimeter, easy enough to remove, easy to see. And then with those out of the way, I can remove this little piece of heat shield here just by kind of spinning it around the axle to take it out. With that out of the way, I'm gonna reach up and I'm going to find the two cables that go to the knock sensors. The knock sensors you'll be able to see are just under a metal plate, another little heat shield here. But first I'm going to unclip the wires from that heat shield, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to remove the three bolts that hold that heat shield on, and those are 10 millimeter head on those. Obviously the car is cooled down. You don't want to be working this close to the exhaust manifold if the car is hot. Now with those bolts removed, you can take that whole metal heat shield off. In my case, as soon as I took the two top bolts off, it kind of fell out of the way because you can see that third bolt at the bottom was not really holding on to anything anymore. And then you can get in and you can get a good view at your two knock sensors here. Now those are held on with a 13 millimeter head bolt, so you can go ahead and get a ratchet on those and spin that bolt out. Now the first thing I did to try and resolve this situation, because I had read online a lot of people saying that because of the rust on the motor, and you can see on my motor there's a ton of rust here, but because of all that oxide on the block, what happens is the surface becomes a little bit corroded and whatever, and your knock sensor doesn't make good contact with the block anymore, so you get like weird signals, and that'll throw the code and actually put the car into limp mode as well. So a lot of people said if you just remove the sensors, clean the block off, and then reinstall the sensors and torque them down properly, that can sometimes get rid of the code. So that was the first thing I did. I tried to reinstall the sensors on a clean block after I had kind of, removed any corrosion there, and tried to drive it like that for a little bit. It worked for a very short period of time, and then after, a couple of drives, very short drives just to test it out, the limp mode came back and the code was reset, the same code. So I knew I was having a problem with the sensor itself. Okay, so just to help you guys sort of visualize what you're working on here, we've got the two plugs, the green and gray plugs here that I undid. This is down behind the motor, and then these two sensors are bolted to the block on the back of the motor. You can see here, this is the one that I thought might be bad. It's cracked there, it's got a bad, I don't know if you'd call that its housing or whatever. But I've got them laid out here as they were on the car. So this one was sort of driver's right, and this one was driver's left. And then I'm just gonna split this loom to have a look at which wire is which. And just before I do that though, so when I undid it, this loom was held in two places. So like about here and about here with those clamshell kind of clamps that go together, and they have like little, it's like a zip tie kind of, they click, click, click together. So you just peel the one off and then it opens up, you pull your loom out real easy. So I visited my favorite place, the junkyard, got myself another harness and even a nice new bracket so that it doesn't look so bad. And these look to be in much better shape, so hopefully that does the trick. Now while I was at the junkyard, I also grabbed a better heat shield and some bolts that weren't all rounded off and rusty like the ones that were currently on the car. So after replacing those sensors with the whole harness and the loom as well, I replaced that heat shield and the heat shield that goes over the axle, buttoned everything up. Now it is important to note that the torque setting was 20 Newton meters for those 13 millimeter bolts that hold the knock sensors to the block. So it's very important to get that torque correct when you're reinstalling them. Otherwise you'll continue to have a weird code. So I torqued those, installed all my heat shields, and then I was ready to go for a drive. And taking a test drive with the replacement used sensors on the car that were in better shape. Limp mode was gone, no codes were reset even after multiple drives, and the car now is performing great. Don't worry about that traction control light. I still, as of this video, hadn't replaced the wheel speed sensor on the left rear of the car, so I was getting a little bit of intrusion from the traction control there, but the car was running great, everything was working fine, and that obviously solved my issue. So here's a good example of how to get rid of that P0332 code or any of the other knock sensor related codes. Just replace those sensors. Obviously you can do new, but I opted to just get some stuff from the junkyard. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff to support the channel, and we will see you next time. Thank you very much.